is due to set out a framework for resuming trips abroad. Joining me now is Julia Bue-Said, who is CEO at Advantage Travel Partnership, the UK's largest independent travel agent and travel management company consortium. Julia, good afternoon.
Hi, Callum. Good afternoon.
So it's all eyes on Easter Monday then, when the Prime Minister is going to set out a bit of a logistically how all of this is going to work. So I just wonder, in terms of that polling, for example, 78% in favour of vaccine passport, does that translate to the travel industry? Because it's going to add a new layer of complication, isn't it, for them in terms of implementing bookings safely?
Yeah, it will do, but I think we're all expecting that is going to be a necessity, and a lot of destinations have already alluded to the fact that they will accept Brits that have been vaccinated, and actually proof of vaccination it's vaccination and testing will be required. So to be honest, after 12 months of being shut down, the industry is really looking at actually how it can work with government and with its suppliers to make sure that a vaccine certification of some sort is something that travellers can use. And it helps us feel confident. So that's something that, we support completely.
It's interesting as well, one of the sort of themes that's running around in my head at the moment is timing and how all of this will work. So is getting a framework on Monday enough to save summer holidays, for example?
Let's hope so. I'm ever the optimist, as is the industry. What we're not expecting on Monday is a huge amount of detail. So, as you quite rightly say, a framework. We're expecting a lot more detail the week later on the 12th of April. So we're hoping within the next sort of 10 days we'll have a lot more detail as to how we can resume international travel. And as you said before, it's illegal, and we're not obviously it's illegal at the moment until after the 17th of May. So we're not expecting anything before then anyway.
And surely as well, part of this really is going to become an issue of where can we actually go. So even if you do have the required documents, more and more countries are being closed off because their vaccine rollout is flagging or infection rates are rising. Next Friday, Kenya, Pakistan, Bangladesh, the Philippines are all going on the government's red list. So actually the options are closing down for us already.
Yeah, and I think it just shows you, doesn't it, in terms of the uncertainty, that's the only certainty we have at the moment, that things are very uncertain. 2 months, we're 2 months away from kind of the sort of, busy summer season starting to kick in. And I think we have to remain hopeful that the rollout will take place in some of the European countries, and things are changing so quickly. So I think what we do also need is just some certainty from government around the measures that are going to be in place, and particularly the criteria that they will implement to decide which countries are on what list, but also to give everyone as much notice as possible so that they can manage their plans accordingly.
Julia, thank you so much. Thanks for your time. Thanks for being on with us this afternoon. That's Julia Bue-Said, CEO at Advantage Travel Partnership. Good to hear from Julia on the implications for international travel and